Okay, hello everyone and welcome to my VirtualBox tutorial. So if you're a VirtualBox user and if you don't like that much space for a VirtualBox, so this is a VirtualBox tutorial. Another screenshot I'm supposed to do, but I'm doing a video of my phone. So there's all kind VirtualBox. If you want to run VirtualBox, you can go on your PC and go to virtualbox.com when you can run virtual machines, whether it's DOS or Linux or Mac or Solaris versions of old operating systems. So this is the most recent and one of the oldest operating systems around, and it's very small amount of space. So which I'm not gonna put in because I'm not I don't I mostly like the Windows 7 editions, but for you people, especially for old people that want to use computers, this is called Windows. This is for like virtual box users that is not into computers that much and want to learn. Well, this is a tutorial for you. This is called VirtualBox tutorial with on how to use Windows Me. So here are the requirements, the minimum requirements that you need when you run a virtual machine. So it's this. You need a VGA video graphics adapter or a higher resolution monitor, um, or and 150 megahertz processor or better, reach with which that means 150 megahertz is the recommended settings. But if you want to go any higher, um, you can go into the virtual box settings and change it, but don't put it up too high, so because it's gonna take a longer to process. The processor, the screensaver, the thing that spins, the blue thing, the icon that you see on your cursor. That's the processor, the CPU, and for RAM space, which is kind of important for your PC, for your virtual machine, can be 32 megabytes or higher or better, like 64 megabytes, or maybe at 96 at the most. You might want to keep it at, because 32 is a bit small. So this is a recommendation space for Windows Me. So I wouldn't even try to get this OS, because from 480 to 645 um, free hard disk space is kind of boring for a virtual machine, because this is for only people like to save documents or open certain web pages. Um, so CD drive, a CD-ROM driver. Well, mainly when you create a virtual machine, they might tell you to install guest editions in order to install all these drivers here, which is a sound card driver. Sound card is DirectX 8.0, 7.0 or higher. Microsoft DirectX, because most of the programs run with DirectX. So I wouldn't recommend downloading this virtual machine as a OS, especially for me, but it's for people that like save certain stuff on their virtual machine when they want to save documents or pictures or anything. So I won't put this on my virtual machine, but if for those of you that want to, you can do it if you want. So 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 the first thing you might want to do is download the ISO file and get it. So it says a 28.8 kilobytes modem or faster with your current internet connection, or DSL with speakers or headphones. So and if it did try Windows Me, my favorite. I have all my best favorite virtual OS on my VirtualBox app. I mostly like Windows 7 Home Premium, Ultimate, and uh, which one will probably be my next VirtualBox OS, Windows 7 Ultimate, because that was the last release of Microsoft Windows. So yeah, so this is how you install a virtual machine where you want to run. This is one of the very oldest of Microsoft Windows. Windows Me is a little old. Way before DOS came off. This is like in the early 90s. So Windows 2002 is like this one. So Me in 98. So like say if I want to get Windows Ultimate, Windows 7. So like say you go in let's see here. So if you want to install another virtual machine, no, you can't do it on Android. You can't. I tried. They had this virtual machine for Android called Limbo PC, where you can run virtual OSs on your Android, but now they kind of stop it. It was called Limbo PC. Well, you can try and search it off it with MediaFire and download the get the download link with Limbo PC, and you can try to install it on your PC on your Android. So let's say you want to get Windows 7 Ultimate. So you look up this. As always, before you install your VirtualBox virtual machine, you might want to search it out first, because they might give you a product key when you install Windows on your virtual machine. Let's see. Windows Me specs. No, we're not gonna look at that. We saw it. Windows 7 Ultimate is one of the last version of Windows that was released. And that ISO, there's a 64-bit and 32-bit. So if you have a 64-bit PC, you might want to go in a 64-bit, or if you have a 32, go with the 32-bit. So as you install ISO with VirtualBox, make sure you, some of them might send you a product key for your OS, and some of them might not. So you look at the specs before you install your virtual OS, and type in specs. E. Oh, hold on here. Type in specs. It doesn't show the specs, but click here on CNET. It does. So okay. So if you the size you might need. So as you go into virtual machine, as you go into the VirtualBox app, here are the things you need to do. So you set 1 GHz processor. You can't go any higher than that unless you're gonna disable your services. A 16 GB hard drive, and you use DirectX 9.0 graphics card driver, and it works on 32-bit or 64-bit machine. And you need box, and it might come with a product key. So for certain OS for your virtual machine, it might give you certain um, virtual a product key. So what you might want to do, okay, ISO 64-bit, so it might come with a product key, so you gotta pay attention to the once you get on that stuff. So 64-bit, so I'm down it from Microsoft. So this is the Windows 7 32-bit or 64 ISO file service pack 1. So you look here. So there's one for 32-bit, one 64-bit. So if you have a 64-bit, and you're running a 32-bit on a 64, you might run kind of slow. So you might um a 64-bit PC for your, so it might take a little longer to download because this file is really big. So you're gonna download the ISO file and you gotta extract it with 7-zip or WinRAR. So you download WinRAR, you extract the others like there's a 40-day period with WinRAR. So once the 40-day period is expired, they're gonna tell you if you want to buy the WinRAR application. So this is what you might want to look for: Windows 7 Ultimate 64-bit, or if you have a 32-bit PC, or is an 86-bit. So this difference so let's zoom here so you can look at the x86. So an 86-bit, if you have a that's like a stronger ISO file, if you have a very strong desktop or laptop computer, which you can use it for your virtual machine. So I know I have one of my streams here on my tablet. Let me delete it for now. Wait, where's the gallery? Wait, empty. Okay. So we go here. Oh, freaking tablet. Okay. So you hit this on Windows 7 Ultimate x64 bit DVD ISO file. So you hit the download, and these ones here are this two versions of the download. So just hit this. It's downloading through the server. This takes a few minutes. Just wait. For some reason it won't. Okay, here it is. So there it is. There's your ISO file. So this is where your ISO will be downloaded. So this is a DVD ISO, like how you get the Windows 7 case, like how they used to set it at Office Max. So so after it downloads, it will be ready to connect your tablet and to the USB and to your computer, and use it on your laptop to install the original OS for your virtual machine. So and yeah, and that's how you do it. So just go to this website, VirtualBox. So VirtualBox is right here. This is the website. You go in. It says it's the website. This is where you create virtual machines. So this is an organization owned by Smith's Microsystem. There's another one when I was watching Michael MD on YouTube and Salty Peanut. There was so you can one so it says here virtual box is a powerful x86 and AMD 64 Intel virtualization products for enterprising as well as home use. Not only is VirtualBox extremely feature-rich and high-performance product for enterprise customers. It is also only professional solution for freely open source software on the terms of the GNU General Public License. About VirtualBox. So VirtualBox runs on all operating system applications such as Windows, Linux, Macintosh, Solaris, host large number of guest operating systems, including but not only limited to Windows NT 4.0, 2000 XP Server 2003, Vista 7, 8, and 10, and DOS, and other open Solaris and other. So VirtualBox is being actively developed with frequent release and has an ever growing. So is the product always meets. So this is where you download VirtualBox. This is the current version, VirtualBox 6.1, and that's where you get your. So here you can community screenshots about end user documents, technical issues, and downloads, login. You can log into their website